This was like 15 years ago. Me and a few friends, we took off on this big road trip and we're trying to hit as many national parks as possible. A friend of mine had this recommendation for Grouse Lake. I don't know if you've been there, but it's like this amazing lake kind of buried in the center of Yosemite. And so we're going through this section of woods and there were a bunch of trees cut down. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not a forest ranger, but it felt weird. And finally we make it through the clearing and there's this lake and it is gorgeous. Like, I don't know if you've seen that like special glittering on this, like it was, I don't know, I want to say majestic, I guess. And I had my dog Zipper with me and I always have my dog with me camping and hiking. So I let Zipper off the leash as we're starting to get near, and Zipper normally would bound ahead and sniff everything. But this time he just stood right by my side, which is not a Zipper thing to do. And all of a sudden we hear this noise and everybody just kind of freezes. But we couldn't see anything. It was like, is there a kid in the water or something? Sometimes it was clearer than others, but you couldn't really hear which direction it was coming from. And so all I could think of is there's a child somewhere. I don't know if they're drowning or if they're in trouble somewhere. I don't know. So immediately I thought, okay, we need to split up and search, the perimeter of the lake. So I sent 2 friends this way and I sent my dog and another friend the other way. And because I thought Zipper would be able to sniff something out. I don't know, but Zipper just was looking at me not wanting to budge. And finally he listened and went with my friend. And so they're going off this way and I'm staying at base camp and just trying to look over this lake. And suddenly I see this I swear it was a hand and a head, there was a bobbing, and I could just hear this cry. And I just know that I have to go to this child, and I start walking straight into the lake. And the water is ice cold. It's fall. Things are cold. And all of a sudden I feel pulled back, my leg, there was a tugging. And I look back because I was gonna, I thought it was Zipper trying to tell me something. And I turned around and there is no Zipper. And I looked back and there was no more crying. And then it was everything returned to normal. I could hear birds again. There was wind. My friends came back. We hiked out of there because we needed to tell if there was something, I don't know, we needed to tell the ranger what had happened. When we got to him, he was like, yeah, sometimes people report that. What? Sometimes people report that? There's just a sound of a child crying? There's so much about that day that I cannot explain. But I do feel I was saved. Something saved me from going in because there was nothing out there.